All right, let's jump right into this explainer and uncover the actual truth behind history's most terrifying ocean predator. Today, we're stripping away all that Hollywood fiction to reveal the staggering biological reality of the megalodon. Now, you've probably seen those viral TikToks claiming this ancient giant is secretly hiding out in the darkest corners of the ocean. I mean, the internet absolutely loves a good conspiracy, right? And honestly, it is super easy to let our imaginations run totally wild with the idea of a giant prehistoric shark hunting modern whales today. But marine scientists have a definitive and frankly sobering answer to this. They completely reject these myths. As researchers like Jack Cooper have pointed out, the idea is just complete nonsense. Think about it. If a predator that size were still out there, we would absolutely see the evidence. People love to claim it's hiding down in the Mariana Trench, but an apex predator would literally starve in the pitch-black deep. It desperately needs massive, surface-dwelling prey just to sustain its sheer bulk. So let's ditch the internet myths for a second, because the actual fossil record reveals a creature that dominated Earth's oceans with an entirely unchallenged authority. The reality is way scarier than the fiction. We're talking about a super predator that stretched up to 65 feet long. Just to put that into perspective, that is longer than a bowling lane and easily 3 times the size of today's great white shark. And get this, 40,000 kilos. That is 40 tons of pure muscle and teeth. A biological engine of that scale required an unbelievable amount of energy just to keep going every single day. I mean, just think about the hardware. Armed with teeth the size of your palm, this thing didn't just nibble its food. It left permanent, bone-crushing bite scars on massive fossilized whales. Now, it's super tempting to just picture a supersized great white, but modern research actually confirms we are dealing with a totally distinct, highly specialized evolutionary lineage. This creature was a sleek, open ocean cruiser. Built specifically for long-distance travel, it patrolled vast stretches of the sea, gorging on marine mammals and, yeah, even other predators. Its reign was honestly staggering. Emerging 23 million years ago, it dominated the globe until about 3.6 million years ago, when this practically unstoppable force just abruptly vanished. But that raises a pretty massive question, right? How did a giant like this even survive its highly vulnerable early years in such an incredibly dangerous, competitive ancient ocean? Picture this. They were born 2 meters long right out of the gate. That's the size of a full-grown human. But against the other giants of the deep, even these massive pups were still pretty easy prey. And since they didn't reach sexual maturity until around age 25, they heavily relied on paleo nurseries. Basically, these were shallow, protected coastal waters where the juveniles could safely feed and grow up. And these global nurseries were a brilliant evolutionary strategy. They offered abundant food and severely reduced early mortality, which is exactly what sustained their massive worldwide population for millions of years. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. A highly specialized strategy is incredibly dangerous when the world starts changing. Their greatest advantage, those shallow coastal nurseries, suddenly became their ultimate Achilles heel. So, if they were literally unopposed at the very top of the food chain, what could possibly take them down 3.6 million years ago? Well, it wasn't some dramatic asteroid strike. Dramatic climate cooling basically wiped out those crucial coastal nurseries and dwindled their food supply, all while smaller, much faster predators started out competing them. It was a deadly chain reaction. And this brings us to the ultimate evolutionary plot twist. The death of this megashark didn't just end an era, it completely rewrote the biological future of our oceans. When an apex predator disappears, the entire food web shakes. Think about it. Without a 20-meter shark ruthlessly hunting them every single day, medium-sized whales suddenly found themselves with the ecological freedom to just grow. The absolute staggering scale of the modern blue whale, that is a direct result of this shift. As multiple studies confirm, these gentle giants simply couldn't exist if the Megalodon was still patrolling the waters. But let's circle back to that internet myth for just a second. Imagine a modern ocean where this predator actually survived those climate shifts. Our entire relationship with the sea would be fundamentally different. Millions of years of persistent, inescapable terror would completely reshape the ocean. Whales would alter their migration routes just to survive, and the biological makeup of the entire marine food web would be completely unrecognizable to us today. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Are we incredibly lucky the Megalodon is gone, or did we just trade one ocean giant for another? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep questioning the deep.